cash secured put options. I love this strategy. I absolutely love cash secured put options. What's that? Why do I love them? You know what? Since you asked, I'll let you know. The first reason why I love cash secured put options is because little time is required to maintain them. I absolutely love how little time is required to maintain this strategy. One reason for me that it takes even less time is I generally use the same stocks. I've put in the work to figuring out which stocks I wouldn't mind owning the rest of my life. And because of that, I just write cash secured put options on the same stocks over and over and over. Once I write that contract, it doesn't really matter what happens at the end of the expiration time. If I buy the stock, I win. If I only get the premium and I don't buy the stock, I win. Speaking of how many days to expiration, there's some flexibility there. And I'll change the days of expiration based on my schedule. So for example, let's say I'm gonna go traveling. I'm gonna be gone for, let's say, a week, 2 weeks total. I'm gonna be gone for 2 weeks, 14 days. So what I'll do is before I leave, I will open a cash secured put option position on a stock that I wouldn't mind buying, and I'm gonna open that up for a time frame that's longer than the amount of time I'm gonna be gone for. Maybe if I'm going to be gone for 14 days, maybe I'll open it for maybe like 20 days. Something. It kind of doesn't matter. It depends on what's going to happen when I come back and all these things. I have this flexibility, and if you do it, you will have that flexibility too. So if I'm going to be gone for a little while, I'll write a contract, so I'm bringing money in. I'm kind of paying attention to it, but if I don't pay attention to it, it kind of doesn't matter because the contract's not even going to expire until I get home. But let's say I get delayed for some reason. It still doesn't matter because my worst case scenario is I purchase a stock that I wanted to buy anyways, and I get to keep the premium. My best case scenario is I don't purchase a stock and I keep the premium. Both situations work out great for me. Now, we'll go to the flip side. Let's say, when might I write contracts for shorter days? It could depend on my desire to purchase a stock. Now, as I mentioned, I'm always doing this on stocks that I wouldn't mind owning the rest of my life. But maybe there's something going on that I don't necessarily want to tie up that capital into purchasing stock if I don't have to. If I have to, I would rather exchange my money for an asset versus my money just leaves my account and I don't get anything but a learning lesson. So what I'll do is I will write a contract for a shorter amount of time, usually like 5 days or less. And the reason why is that generally the smaller time frames are easier to accurately predict where the stock will and won't go or kind of what range. So these are a couple ways that I'll vary the contract expiration period when I'm doing it, and to allow like a very low level of maintenance to be required. It's really wonderful. If you can't tell, I absolutely love the strategy. Another reason why I love the strategy, it allows for more. It allows for more. You ever met someone that was just really gluttonous? That was like, no matter how much they had, they wanted more. Well, this strategy is great for them. You ever met someone that no matter how little they had, they were satisfied? Well, this strategy is great for them. It's great for everybody. It's great for everybody, but it allows for more. Because so little time is required to maintain this, I myself or you can easily add more complex strategies as your schedule allows. So let's say that you don't work a conventional job, and let's say you're going to have a Wednesday off. And so you could open up a contract, sell a cash secured put option on Monday that's going to close on Friday or expire on Friday. And then Wednesday, you could be day trading. You could totally not pay attention to that. You could Do that, and you could potentially sell a credit spread. There's all these different strategies that you could do that require much more maintenance time. Or if something goes against you, you might have to get in there and rework stuff, do trade adjustments. But this one, you don't need to do anything, no matter what's happening. It's incredible. So it allows for more, but you don't have to do more. You get to do whatever you want. Your good buddy Brent, I love doing what I want. And I hope you do too. So I hope you get to do what you want. Another reason why I love this strategy, it brings in usable income. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's so great. It brings in usable income. When the cash to purchase a stock is already in your account, the premium brought in can be used for anything. Anything. So let's say you're looking at a $30 stock. And then with a $30 stock, one option contract is 100 shares of that stock. So that means you'd have $3,000 in your account sitting to the side that is securing your ability to purchase with cash this the 100 shares of the stock. Then let's say you get $10 for your commitment to purchase the stock. Then you could take that $10 out of your account. You could take it out of your account because the $3,000 to purchase the stock is still there. So you're still in a cash secured position. You could take that $10 out of your account. You could give it to me, your good buddy Brent. I could take that money. I could walk down to the ice cream store. I could find myself a beautiful woman and I could say, "Miss, I have $10. Would you like some ice cream?" I could do that, but I probably wouldn't do that. I'd probably take that money and I'd put it in my pocket and then put it in my own brokerage account. And that's what I think you should do. I think you should keep that. So instead of having $3,000, you have $3,010. And then if you have to buy those shares of stock, then you have, instead of having $3,010 in your account, you'll have 100 shares of stock and $10. Isn't that fantastic how it grows? But you could take it out. You could take the money out and give it to your good buddy Brent, and I'll go do whatever with it. Or you could just let it grow. Or you could take the money out yourself and you could go down to the ice cream store and find someone that you want to buy ice cream for. You do whatever you want. What is another reason why I love selling cash secured put options? Win no matter what, baby. Win no matter what. Regardless if the contract expires worthless, I win. I win regardless of the outcome. Why is that? Because I'm selling cash secured put options on a stock that I wouldn't mind owning the rest of my life if I got a sign. Doesn't necessarily mean I'll own it the rest of my life, but if I had to, I'm emotionally and mentally comfortable with that. I am selecting a strike price that I don't mind buying the stock at if I have to. I'm bringing in money for my commitment. So if I buy the stock, I bring in money, and I have a stock that I don't mind owning, more than likely it's going to pay a dividend. What I'm immediately going to do is start selling covered calls against it. And then if the contract expires worthless, I bring in money. And I do the same thing over and over. What ends up happening is, let's say that $30 stock, let's say we buy that, and let's say it drops down to 25. When you chose a stock that pays dividends and then you start collecting covered call premium, you have $30 per share, 100 shares, $3,000, right? You bring in dividends, 3,000 minus how much dividend you brought in. You write a covered call, you bring in that premium, minus that. Over time, if you're forced to own the stock the rest of your life, between receiving dividends and between covered call premium, eventually you will have taken the $3,000 out between dividends and covered call premium. You'll end up having $3,000 back in your pocket. You'll have 100 shares of stock, and you'll still be collecting dividends, and you'll still be writing covered calls and getting covered call premium. One time I did this for almost 2 years. My stock was underwater. for almost 2 years. I lowered my cost basis down pretty low. And then things changed, and eventually it wasn't underwater anymore. And eventually I ended up selling it at a profit. It took a little stretch of time though. So I won no matter what. Yeah, you could say, well, you were tying up your capital, blah, 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 blah. Was that all my capital? Or was that one position that there was no way I could lose on that position? Hmm? So it's not the only strategy you can do, right? Because me, I want more. Maybe you want more too. With that, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you very much for attending this. If you want to learn more about, look at that, right on my face. If you want to learn more about, you want to learn more to sell put options for income, then check out this video. I'm gonna link to it, and it's about 21 minutes long. It will go into much more detail of actually, I open up the Thinkorswim trading platform. I'm clicking on these buttons on there and showing you how to do it, give you a better idea how to do that. So check that out if you're interested. And I got this for you. I'm gonna leave you with this. 3 underused tactics to transform your financial results. Go to ihavesuccess.com. I put this together for you. 3 different tactics that I don't hear a lot of people talking about it. I do hear some people talking about it, but I don't hear a lot of people talking about it. And 2 of the 3, I definitely do not hear people talking about them to transform financial results. They absolutely work. I use these 3 myself. If you implement them into your life, they will work. I've listed them with degrees of difficulty of implementation. And I didn't start implementing these all in like 1 week or whatever. It took me time to implement them. It might take you time to implement them too, but do it. Your life will change. Absolutely do it. You guys have a fantastic day. I hope you are having a great day no matter what day it is or no matter what time it is. You guys take care, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.